Love you, Daishan. You see, one thing about you and me, honey, we keep it real. And so is Andrea. You take your time. You got me all covered. I know. It's just that, you know what? It's a lot of energy going on today.
Well, we can brag about Ramon a little bit here, right? I mean, he's been featured on WNPR's Where We Live, The Wall Street Journal, NBC NY News, the National Endowment for the Arts magazine. Wow, it just goes on and on.
That's
You've been featured
lot.
in Canada, The Dance Current, Le Devoir in Canada, yes?
Exit 12.
We got the
12 dance company.
We got,
Right.
oh, okay,
And
thank
here's
you,
another
Daishan.
picture. Wow.
So this was one of our first shows. The Marine holding the weapon is actually was my roommate in Fallujah. And when we got back, I asked him to do some shows.
And he said, are you out of your mind? No.
And then after that, he said, sure, I'll do it.
Cool. What about, oh yeah, I guess we can, oh, that's lovely.
That's beautiful.
That's me and my wife.
picture.
That's your
Lisa.
wife?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, she's a
Beautiful.
knockout. Look at those legs. Incredible.
Thank you.
We're bragging about your wife now. Okay, what's the if? Yeah, oh, that's lovely too. Wow.
That's the end of one of our works called Habibi Halwa, which is about a Marine who envisions all of these things in the desert, and because his mind is off of what he's doing, he gets injured.
Okay.
Now, for your roommate who is in the production, how is he impacted? I mean, how are audiences being impacted? How are military men and women being impacted by either being in your productions or watching it from afar?
We did a show at Eastern Kentucky University where a whole bunch
We
of
have
veterans.
that picture that keeps coming up. That's okay, Daishan. Baby, go back to it. I'm not directing you, I'm just asking you. Because I'm wondering, that picture there.
And that's in Fallujah.
That's in Fallujah.
That's
Okay.
right inside the base.
And that's you.
That's one of my best friends in the Marine Corps.
Oh man, you look like you remember that movie, A Few Good Men?
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth, man.
Yeah.
Look at, is that your lovely wife again?
That is a dancer named Lara Tant, who is one of the dancers that started the company with us.
Okay. Exit 12.
Exit 12 Dance Company.
We're gonna go back to Andrea's question. I just want to see if we cover these pictures. There you go. I guess we are all set. Now we can go
Yeah.
back and more pictures. Okay, they keep popping out. And we keep popping out. What's that picture?
That's me and my wife in Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
That's a dead tank in Iraq.
Oh man, incredible! And that's
There
the
we're
same
back.
picture. We can just close it now, Daishan.
Those are
When
great
it-
photos. Thanks
whenever
for
it's right.
sharing those
My
with
pleasure,
us.
my pleasure.
Yeah.
What was the question, Andrew? I'm sorry, we were going back to.
Well, you know, the way that your productions are impacting communities, you know, I'm always intrigued by seeing how arts really impact the health and wellness of people. And we talked about, before the show, about, you know, military men and women who are maybe struggling with PTSD. And what has your dance done for those people, or for audiences watching, you know, explain to me what.
So
Nice.
we were
Some of the
talking about
things, yeah.
accessibility.
Yeah.
The way we construct the performances with the authentic military element adds a certain sort of accessibility for the military members that come to see our shows. It opens the door for them.
Right.
And not only, we've had a lot come to see our shows, not only have they been thankful, but we had a female veteran who served in Iraq who came to us after one of our shows who said that she hadn't cried since she served in the desert. And watching her work brought her to tears and gave her the strength to go home and open a journal that she hadn't opened since she wrote it in Baghdad.
That's
Incredible.
amazing. That's amazing.
So these are just examples of ways that the military members are coming back and feeling that need to express things that have gone on and get it off their chest, or talk about things without an adverse reaction from people that they would talk to.
Yeah.
How, this is I guess that we have the logo, but we don't have the title. If we can have the title, we can bring it up, Daishan. If we can get rid of it, we get rid of it. But to see the bug by itself makes me a little dizzy. How traumatic is war? What is the effect? Because we keep reading about it, and there's movies. But how traumatic is it? Are you, obviously you're not the same after, but how big is the impact?
The impact is huge, and it's different for everyone, but I think on a very personal level, it's that feeling that you go to a place where you know it's dangerous.
Right.
And you see all of the all of the danger every day, and you feel the danger every day. And you come to terms with the fact that something might happen that you might not be able to come home.
Right. Oh,
And
God, that's heavy.
Yeah.
You
That's heavy.
pile on top of that everything that's happening around you, and the people that are getting injured, and the people that are going home because something had happened, or just the feeling of danger, and you bring that home,
Right.
and it's almost like dancing or any other art form. We're trained so that we can rely on our training when things go bad.
Right.
So when we're back at home and things aren't going right, or we're put into stressful situations, or situations we can't figure out, we automatically go to our training. And in every situation, it's not the best answer.
Interesting.
Interesting and deep as well. What about your wife? How you guys met? Give me a little breakdown. I'm kind of like
there's a lot of love in the studio.
a lot of love, a lot of heat, a lot of emotion. Setting up this mic, setting up the cues, setting up the cameras, the lighting.
We met dancing.
That's
You've been dancing,
beautiful.
and that you guys fell in love.
And
It was love at first sight.
it was love at many sites. We built a relationship over many, many years. She
Okay.
was with me when I went to Iraq and stayed
Okay.
with me after.
Okay.
And
How
it
you guys
was,
were talking to each other? Skype, Facebook, computers, phone.
We
It's
sent
not a-
emails and
send emails.
over the phone when we could. Didn't have much time to do any of that.
Did she get concerned ever that she didn't hear from you for some reason?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See, that's
There
scary.
were times
It's not.
when-
You see, this is when you learn to appreciate life. It's not like,
Yes.
oh, what happened? Why he didn't text me? Oh, why he
Right.
didn't send me an email? Oh, where are you, baby?
They would shut
no.
down communication from the base for a week.
Oh, okay.
You know, families back home would be so scared. And then at that time, there was so much news coming out about bad things that were happening in that area that it drove my mother and her crazy. And
That's tough.
very concerned.
Do you think the media, they do a good job, fairly speaking, in terms of like what's really going on? Or are we entitled to know the truth? Can we handle the truth?
I think the media caters to what people want to see, and
Right, but
that's
not
not
everything,
always
right?
the truth, and it's
way
not
it is,
always
yeah.
what's going on.
So it's a lot of stuff, what you're saying, what you're implying. Let me put you on the spot just for the record. This is just a show. Let's not laugh, Roman. Well, let laugh all you want. Do you think whatever happens over there stays and we keep it in the QT, you guys? Or do we know? How much we do know, how much we don't know, what's going
I
on?
don't- When I was over there, I didn't think the American public wanted to know very much, and I think it's still the case.
So we have to be protected to some degree.
Certainly,
Because it's better when you don't know than when you know.
certainly. I think if the American public knew everything that happened, I think they grow bored, unfortunately, of seeing Iraq on the news all the time. They grow bored of seeing Afghanistan on the news all the time, and they'd rather turn to their entertainment programs rather than seeing what our sons and daughters and service members are sacrificing overseas.
Right.
Big sacrifices taking place every single day.
Definitely.
Well, we thank you for the sacrifice, certainly.
Yes,
And
all of us.
Roman, I was going to ask, when is your next show with Exit 12 Dance
And why
Company?
Exit
Where-
12? Who came up with that name? That's brilliant.
So that's a tip of a hat to New York. We started at Steps on Broadway, which is on 72nd.
Nice, yeah.
And in order to get there, you get off of Exit 12 and the FDR.
Very smart.
There you
And what's
go.
the question? What's next? What's the next gig? What's happening?
We are ramping up for our fall season. So we are headed to St. Joseph University to perform there.
Okay.
And then we have a military-themed Nutcracker ballet that we do in the holiday season.
Okay. I want to make sure that we get those credits, whatever you want to say, Andrea, before we run out of time. Make
I
sure that we
know,
got everything
right?
covered. We have only 4 minutes left.
We have one more song.
We have one
do.
more.
One more song.
And you have such a beautiful voice.
She's
Oh,
incredible,
thank
isn't
you.
she? She's incredible.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And you, absolutely. Let's come to the mic, Andrea, because
Yes.
we're already rolling up the credits over there. We still
And
have time.
This is Pia Jesu from Fore's Requiem, and just simply hear the words, Pia Jesu Domine dona eis requiem, requiem sempiternum. It's merciful, Lord Jesus, grant them rest, eternal rest. And I just wanted to pay tribute to those who have sacrificed their lives overseas, here in our country, wherever it is, protecting
Us.
humanity.
Beautiful and poignant.
So,
Yeah.
so here is
Beautiful. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it, Andrea. We got time for you. We got about 4 minutes, so that's fair enough.
right.